that the GOC's convoy didn't just survive, but completely dismantled the ambush, the atmosphere changed instantly. Imagine being a local trader or a farmer who has been worried about traveling those roads. Hearing that the highest levels of military leadership are right there, standing their ground and winning, gives people a renewed sense of hope. It's the kind of gist that travels fast in the market squares. People are finally feeling like the bad guys are the ones who should be looking over their shoulders now. But wait, there's a technical side to this victory that is actually quite fascinating. When the troops recovered that weapon's cache, they didn't just throw it in a truck and drive off. Military experts began a detailed forensic sweep of the area. By analyzing the types of rifles and the specific ammunition found, the army can actually trace the supply lines of these groups. It's like a high-stakes puzzle. Every serial number on a recovered gun is a clue that leads back to where these weapons are coming from. This means that one successful defense on a dusty road in Kebbi could potentially lead to busting a major arms smuggling ring hundreds of miles away. If you are finding this breakdown of military strategy and community impact interesting, please hit that like button and subscribe. We want to keep bringing you these deep dives into the stories that matter most to our safety and our future. The bravery shown by the soldiers during this encounter has also sparked a massive wave of support on social media. People are calling it a defining moment for the 8th Division. It's one thing to hear about soldiers in a distant forest, but it's another thing entirely to see a high-ranking general and his team face an ambush head-on and come out on top without losing a single man. That level of tactical excellence is what we call A-grade performance. It shows that the training programs and the new equipment being deployed are actually paying off where it counts on the front lines. The community leaders in Kebbi have also started speaking out, thanking the troops for their swift action. They are pointing out that this victory makes the road safer for everyone. When a major ambush is foiled like this, it scares off other small groups who might have been thinking about trying something similar. It creates a buffer of safety that allows everyday life to return to normal. Businesses can stay open a little later, and travelers can move with a bit more confidence. This is the real-world impact of a single afternoon of bravery. Before we wrap up this part of the story, I have to ask, do you think this win will finally convince the remaining insurgents that it's time to lay down their arms? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe so you are the first to know when the next update drops. Moving on to the official word from the top, the Nigerian Army has released a statement confirming the identity of those behind the attack. It turns out the group responsible is linked to the Lakurawa terrorists, a group that has been trying to establish a foothold in the northwest. By calling them out by name, the military is showing that they have clear intelligence on who these people are and where they are hiding. The spokesperson for the 8th Division, Lieutenant Colonel Olani Osoba, made it clear that the operation was a decisive victory for Major General Koughna and his men. He emphasized that the army is not just playing defense anymore. They are actively dominating the area to make sure these groups have nowhere left to run. But the story doesn't end with the ambush. Right now, as we speak, a massive search and destroy mission is underway. The army has deployed extra units to comb through the Yamma Hill area where the remaining terrorists fled. They are using every tool at their disposal, from ground troops tracking footprint in the bush to advanced surveillance to ensure that those who escaped don't get the chance to regroup. The goal is simple: total clearance. They want to make sure that the cache of weapons they already found was just the beginning and that any other hidden stockpiles are wiped out for good. If you're proud of the work our soldiers are doing to keep the country safe, show some love by hitting that like button. And if you want to stay updated on how this search turns out, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Your support helps us keep the spotlight on these important victories. The most heartening part of the official update is the focus on the frontline strategy. The GOC was actually on his way to visit troops stationed in the most remote areas when the attack happened. This shows a commitment to leadership that goes beyond words. It's about being there in the trenches with the soldiers who are doing the heavy lifting every day. This kind of hands-on approach is exactly what many experts believe will turn the tide of security in the region. It built a level of trust and loyalty between the commanders and the rank-and-file soldiers that is absolutely priceless in a conflict like this. As the military continues its sweep of the hills and forests of Kebbi, the message remains clear. The Nigerian Army is standing tall and they aren't backing down. Every foiled ambush and every recovered rifle is a step closer to a safer Nigeria for all of us. The bravery we've seen this week is a reminder that even when things get tough, there are people dedicated to making sure peace wins in the end.